Okay, I got only about 17% left in the battery, so I'll speak as much as possible. So what I wanted to say in this video is there were comments in the last video and as well as in shorts that what are the settings that I used to achieve that performance in low light. Even I got these comments in the video and as well as the shorts that I posted. So I'm gonna just briefly explain you about the settings. Color grading, I don't know. I'll try to make a video on that as well. I'm shooting in the same settings even right now as well, and idiot. These kind of idiots, I don't know. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ಮಾರ್ರೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ? ಅಯ್ಯೋ. The mode I'm shooting in is 4K, 25 FPS, shutter speed of 1/50, EV is minus 0.3, and ISO is 100 to 800 range. These are the basic settings in terms of manual control of the exposure and everything. And regarding the color profile, I am shooting it in D-Log M 10-bit, and in terms of field of view, it is ultra wide. I am using Rocksteady. So there are actually 5 modes, I think. One is off, of course. One is Rocksteady, Rocksteady Plus, horizon balancing, that is 45 degree, and horizon balancing lock, that is it stays on the same horizon even if it is the camera is tilted upwards, upside down. So I have kept it to Rocksteady. I kept the sharpness to -2 and noise reduction to -2 because I like to add those two things in post production when I'm editing, when I'm color grading it. And regarding the mic, for the mic I'm actually using -8 in gain because in the last video I have used -12 and my voice and the bike's voice is too low, so I don't want it to happen again. So I've tested this with -8 settings, and I think that is -8 is perfect. So these are the settings. I'm shooting in lower FPS because I can bring down that shutter speed to 1:50, 1:30, or 1:60, which will allow more light to pass through the sensor, so which will help to perform better in low light, and more amount of light, of course more amount of clarity, and the more you can see at night as well. So that's the reason I'm shooting at a lower FPS. I could have chose 24 FPS as well, but being a Odyssey symmetry guy, there was no 1/148, 1/148. There was only 1/1/50. So that's the reason I chose 25 FPS, because it is symmetrical and it is exactly 1/2 ratio. So that's the reason I chose 25 FPS and 1/50 shutter speed. EV comp I am using -0.3, but you can put it to 0 as well, which will give little more it will bring in more light, but I kept it into -0.3 because I don't want more noise. That's it. Somewhere in my mind there is this thing that if I put it to 0 there will be little more noise, so I just like to reduce that noise as much as possible from directly into the camera only, so that I cannot I will not do so much of post processing that the images will look unnatural while editing. So that's the reason I am using -0.3, such that those blacks will be blacks and there are not a huge amount of grains available. So that's the only thing what is left according to me. According to my settings, that is my personal settings. You can use 0 as well if there are many lights and available, like street lights and buildings, or somewhere like you could have seen the New York City or the Tokyo City, where there are so many neon lights and everything, where there is not much of dark places. So those kind of places, I think you can use 0 as well instead of minus 0.3. So those are my settings, and while editing I use the DJI's official LUTs, that is D-Log M2 Rec 709 converter. I use that LUT, and after using that LUT I color grade it according to my needs. And yeah, one more thing I forgot, the white balance what I'm using is also manual. I've set it to 3600K, so it is on to a little bit cooler side, but I like to have those blue lights, neon lights, just pop. So that's the reason I use 3600. You can use any range between 3500 to 4500, but I use 3600 because, like I told, I want that neon lights, the white lights and everything to pop crazy. I don't know, it's my personal choice, not like you should also use the same settings. So I hope these settings, I am telling these settings because these settings are successful for me at least. Right from the first try, I just manually did all these settings and I wanted to test it, like how it will perform. So I just wanted to see how these settings will perform, and on the first try itself I got a very good results. That's the reason I am recommending these settings to you guys as well, because in the GoPro Hero 7 Black what I was using, you cannot control everything, right, and the footage also looks very grainy when I take it to very low ISO. So that's the reason it's a smaller sensor and everything, that is 1 over 1.9 inch, and even now Hero 7 Black has the same sensor as Hero 13. I mean, even after 8 years it has the same sensor, means, I mean, that's the reason, one of the reason why I did not buy GoPros. So I will make a dedicated video on why I bought the DJI instead of buying the GoPro or even the Insta360 AS Pro or the AS Pro 2, because AS Pro, the first version, was on a very good deal, but I did not buy it. And AS Pro 2 was a little bit costly, but still that was also into my consideration because that was actually a very good camera for me. But I'll tell you the reason why. Because that performs very good in low light. Even the AS Pro, actually AS Pro is also very good in terms of low light performance, better than the DJI Action 4. But still I choose DJI Action 4. So I'll tell you the reason in some other video. This is not the video to explain all those things. I will make a separate dedicated video on why I chose this over those two, and also why I chose this over the DJI Action 5 Pro. I will make a separate video on that. But regarding my low light settings or night settings, these are the things I've explained to you already. So I hope this helps and makes your low light performance of your DJI Action 4 also better. If you have any questions regarding the settings, make sure to comment down below. I'll be very much happy to share with you and explain it to you. And also I will put all the settings in the description, so that it will be easier for you. After watching the video, you might feel that I want it in text format, or take a screenshot of that and do the settings manually.